What is up, wrestling fans? Kayfabe Chronicles with your host, JP. It's Sunday night, so you know what time it is. It is time for our weekly live stream, and it all starts right now. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the channel. This is Kayfabe Chronicles, and I am your host, JP. If this is your first time here, stick around for a little while. Let's have some fun tonight. Please partake in the live chat room to the left-hand side of the screen. And also remember to like, share, and subscribe. And also remember to click that little bell so you will know when we go live with our notifications. As like I said, we live stream every single Sunday night at 8 p.m. Central Time, except for pay-per-view nights, where we will not do it until after the pay-per-view. And also, make sure to check out our Facebook page and our wonderful Twitter account up above. All right. So what is on tonight's agenda? You might be asking. Those of you who haven't seen the little ticker, WrestleMania season is just around the corner. So let's not talk about WrestleMania because that's just crazy talk. Let's just talk about something different. But yeah, we are pretty much going to be talking tonight about the Hall of Fame, everybody's favorite Hall of Fame. So most of the class of 2018 have come out. They've announced pretty much everybody, to my knowledge, unless they want to squeeze someone in a little bit different. We are still waiting, I guess, if they follow the generic formula. We don't have, like, the foreign guy, and we don't have the legendary, like, post-mortem, passed away person yet, but, it could still happen. But yeah, as of right now, we are going to talk about everybody who's already been announced. So we're going to start off with the celebrity wing for this year. Me personally, I do not care about the celebrity wing. I don't get it. I never will get it. I will never ever fully understand it. The WWE Hall of Fame, in my opinion, is for wrestlers, builders, managers, pretty much people who were involved with the industry itself, and not really celebrities. A couple celebrities I think do count. Should be in here for like a lot of stuff they did, like Mr. T. I fully agree with a lot of the stuff he did. Pete Rose, fully agree. But there's a lot in here that I'm just like I'm talking about you, Drew Carey. I am talking about you, Drew Carey. But yeah, so this year's celebrity inductee is Kid Rock. And you can tell how excited he is by the look on his face. He's just as confused as we are. Granted, Kid Rock, did a bunch of theme songs, and stuff. That's really all he kind of contributed, in my opinion. He's never really stepped foot in the ring that I know of. But yeah, he wrote a bunch of theme music. I guess we can put it in there, but. So like with the rumor that's going on in regards to Kid Rock, the rumor is that Undertaker's gonna come back and fight John Cena, but he's coming as badass American badass biker Taker, which is cool. I'm all for that. So so the whole rumor is that Kid Rock's gonna sing him down the aisle because Kid Rock does those sort of things. I don't agree with this one. Actually, out of the entire class this year, this is the one I'm just like, But that's why I'm starting with it. But also in regards, like I said, I don't care about the celebrity wing. I just don't understand it. How is it that like Kid Rock can make it in and Drew Carey can make it in, but yet Cyndi Lauper, the person who single-handedly kind of started she didn't single-handedly, but she her name is enshrined with the entire rock and wrestling revolution. The thing the whole WrestleMania 1 would really never happen if it wasn't for the help of MTV and personalities like Cyndi Lauper. And yet she still sits on the outside looking out, not looking in, and Kid Rock and Drew Carey are in. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand this. Hopefully they'll get rid of the celebrity wing eventually. Let's get on to good stuff. Hillbilly Jim. All for Hillbilly Jim. I'm actually really shocked that Hillbilly Jim wasn't in the Hall of Fame already. I just mentally was like, he's in, right? No, but apparently not. Long overdue in my opinion. Granted, he didn't do lots in regards to wrestling. Like he never really held any major championships. But he was there during that key time when Hulk Hogan was just kind of starting to take off. In regards to Bruce the Barber hadn't turned face yet, and so Hillbilly Jim was kind of filling that spot as like Hulk Hogan's buddy. He helped recuperate him to help him train for WrestleMania 2. Of course, he had that famous match at WrestleMania 3 where it was him versus King Kong Bundy with a bunch of the other little peeps. He was, last guy to get eliminated one of the last guys to get eliminated in the Gimmick Battle Royal WrestleMania 17. But yeah, I fully agree with Hillbilly Jim getting inducted in the Hall of Fame. Just due to the fact that like it was during that time in the wrestling era where like you believed a lot of things. Like I believe that he was like good old farm boy from like Mudlick, Kentucky, and had never really wrestled before, and he trained by like choking out a tire and like just learning from Hulk Hogan and stuff like that. He was a good character at the time when we needed to believe again. Like Hulk Hogan was down, beaten, and defeated, and like Hillbilly Jim kind of stepped in. And he's just a fun character. And of course, like he came back many years later on and we managed the Godwins, managed them to a tag team championship. But yeah, I fully agree. Hillbilly Jim definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Like I said, long overdue. Super fun to watch. Great character work. Fun in the ring. Just fans love everything about Hillbilly Jim. I don't know anybody who hates Hillbilly Jim. Like even like true like heel lovers would be like, well, damn, I like Hillbilly Jim. Like, nobody hates Hillbilly Jim. Nobody hates Hillbilly Jim. Next inductee we are going to talk about is the most recent inductee, World's Strongest Man, Mark Henry. Well-deserved Mark Henry. That's it. Like, I've been watching Mark Henry's entire career. Like, I remember his debut match against Jerry the King Lawler at Mind Games. We talk about Mind Games a lot on this channel. It's a fun pay-per-view. It's a really fun pay-per-view. It's one of those hidden gems that people need to really, really watch. But yeah, like Mark Henry, granted his first couple years weren't that great. He was green. He, said he was a professional weightlifter, an Olympic weightlifter who became a pro wrestler. So, he was very green in the ring, wrestled pretty sloppily. Yeah, he got injured a lot during his first couple years. So you'd assume that someone like that would be just, tossed off to the side, like whatever, fired, let go, and all that stuff. But they just kept, believing in him. And, like, he'd come back. He would improve himself a little bit. He went through a ton of gimmicks. He was the Olympic weightlifter. Then he did some. He was part of the Nation of Domination for a little bit that helped launch The Rock's career. He was Sexual Chocolate, one of the funniest gimmicks of all time. Yeah. Oh, I see we got some love in the chat room. Let's take a look. What up, mate? It? Gibosh, it wouldn't be a live stream without you, my friend. I was worried. I was like, why hasn't there nobody everything in the chat room yet? There you are. Life is good now. But now back to Sexual Chocolate, Mark Henry. Yeah, like Sexual Chocolate was just hilarious. Like, his music was great. He wore, like, just like the ridiculous tights with, like, the Sexual Chocolate writing all over. And of course, his love angle with Mae Young where they gave birth to a hand. Classic. No, that's utter garbage, but it was still really fun to watch. But the thing I like most about Mark Henry is the fact that he's had a really long career with WWE, like 20 plus years. But just the way that he's carried himself. Like, he always maintained the world's strongest man aspect of himself, like through charities, through partaking in like other extracurricular activities. But the one thing that I know is true, and every wrestler always say is like in the ring, he's just scary. He's a mean looking dude. Like just the entire Hall of Pain angle when he was the WWE champion for a little bit was great. But outside of the ring, apparently he's the nicest guy in the world. Would never do anything to hurt anybody. He's just, apparently just like a huge ambassador to WWE. And I like that he, even though he's retired now, he's still kind of maintaining a lot of that stuff. I said, kind of recruiting people now. He's doing a lot of charity work. So yeah, Mark Henry, fully support his Hall of Fame induction. It's well overdue, I guess, but it's not overdue considering that he just retired like this year. So first round ballot, in my opinion. Well deserved Mark Henry. Awesome. I'm really excited to see his speech. He's very humble. Like his interviews, he's always been really super humble. All right, next induction. It's kind of a little weird, but hear me out on it. So we got Double J, Jeff Jarrett, being inducted. Now, if it was solely based on WWE, no, I don't see why this makes sense. You know, he had a really good run as Intercontinental Champion. He had a tag title run, really good stuff. But when he left WWE, he burnt a lot of bridges. You know, he went on to form like TNA, in Global Force, all that other stuff. So like him and Vince were kind of like back and forth. So solely based on that, I'd be like, okay, that's a little weird. But you got to look at his entire wrestling career. Like, he was born into wrestling, obviously. Like, he's part of the Jarrett lineage. Like, there you go. That's automatically, like, pedigree stuff right there. But yeah, like I said, his WWE stuff was good. I liked the character. He made hitting people over the head with a guitar cool again. So yay on that. But just him in general, like, the fact that he was able to create another branch of wrestling outside of WWE and get people to watch it, that's impressive. Like I said, back in the day, it was just, you had WWE, you had WCW. There wasn't really anything else. Like the days of the territories were long done by this point. And said he did something different. He did something unthinkable. He started his own promotion, went with it, and it's still going semi-decent these days, even though he's not really involved with it anymore. But, I have a lot of friends who watch it. I watch a little bit of it. Good fan base of you guys out there. Like I said, I don't really know a lot of the facts in regards to it. If my buddy Robert was in the chat room, he'd probably fill everybody in about it. So when you take into consideration Double J's entire wrestling career, yes, it's definitely Hall of Fame caliber for sure. I was a little shocked when they first announced it because I figured he was like completely blackballed from anything WWE related. But hey, good on him. Good on him for believing in his dreams and going for them and shooting for the stars and pulling it off. So yeah. So next inductee, every single year WWE has the Warrior Award. It usually goes to like charity organizers, real inspirational people, stuff like that. So this year we got JJ Robinson. He's I didn't really know lots about him. I watched a couple little videos in regards to him. Like months ago, I saw interviews that he does. This kid is hilarious. This kid is one of the fun. He's so much charisma for somebody for somebody like that young. So after learning a little bit more about him, I learned he was born with liver, dysfunctions with his liver that caused him, to not really have a healthy childhood. Essentially, he did get a transplant at a younger age and did okay with it. But of course, like the liver, when you got stuff wrong with that, it kind of screws up your growth hormones a little bit. So when you look at him, like I thought he was maybe like 8 or 9. No, he is like he's junior high school. Like I think he's 15 now, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on it. But yeah, so after his other, his liver started to go again, he was put on the list to get another transplant. And with all this, he started the It Takes Lives to Save Lives Foundation, which is really, it's a foundation just to bring more visibility to why it's important to donate organs. And I think that's a huge, huge step in the right direction. I'm proud to say right off the bat, I am an organ donor. I haven't donated organs yet, but I'm proud that I felt as soon as I was old enough for legal consent, first thing I did on that card, checked off every single box. It is in my wallet. So when I decide to finally leave this plane of existence, whatever y'all want that's still working, the way I view it is, what good is it doing inside of me once I'm gone? Like if I can help, a guy see again, if I can give somebody like a new stomach, a new liver, new heart, so somebody can prolong their life, I am all for that. So I really think that this is awesome that he's really trying to put eyes on this topic, because I know a lot of people aren't really familiar or comfortable with organ donation. But yeah, so good on him. Like I say, like it took somebody to donate theirs to help him out. So he's trying to just spread the message that is the right thing to do. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen some stuff, like just watch some YouTube videos of him like interviewing some of the WWE superstars. He is hilarious. He is such a funny little guy. He's like his comedic timing is smack on. So much charisma. Just so like I picture him hosting his own TV show, guaranteed. Like flat out. He's just a bundle. Like I would like to just have breakfast with him. That's how much I love this guy. He's phenomenal. Good on him for starting a charity and sticking with it. So he is the recipient of this year's Warrior Award for all of his hard work to, like I said, to increase the visibility of the importance of organ donation. So yes, fully agree with all this. It's really good stuff. So every year, Hall of Fame, they always induct at least one female, which is cool. I got nothing against that. This year, Ivory. We got Ivory as the inductee. Fully agree with this one as well. She's come such a long way career-wise. Those of you who don't know, she is one of the original members of Glow. Not the Netflix version, but like the actual original Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. I believe her name was Tina Ferrari, I believe. I watched a little bit of Glow when I was younger. Like I said, I just loved wrestling. And when she came into WWE, I didn't even know that was her. I was like, oh, okay, this woman's awesome. She had some really weird storyline angles for her first little bit in WWE, but I think she really hit her stride when she joined the Right to Censor and became the women's champion, where she feuded with Chyna. I think that was like Ivory's like prime point in her WWE career. She played the character really well. She put over Chyna, who was still kind of finding her grounds. Just great, one of the best women wrestlers, total package during that era. Like everyone always talks about, like Chyna, Trish Stratus, Lita, and a lot of people will have a tendency to overlook Ivory. But I think Ivory deserves every bit of credit that she gets. So she's a solid in-ring worker. I think she'd be an amazing trainer. Like I don't know what she's doing now, but I think WWE should like hire her just to like get in that performance center and get a little bit of that going. But yeah, for all the work that she's done, storied career, Ivory. I fully agree with Ivory getting the nod for the Hall of Fame. This is a really stacked Hall of Fame class, in my opinion, and well deserved. Like I said, I can't even like that era. It was interesting. That was the era before it went to again. So like you had like the Ivory, Molly Holly, Victoria, Trish, Lita, Jackie, like that kind of era, and then it just went to like bleh, like with like Lay Cool, and like granted Michelle McCool was great. I loved her. Layla, okay, but like Jillian Hall, Kelly. Just like that period was a weird period. That was the bathroom break era of those matches. So Ivory was part of the good era, and then it went bleh again, and now it's yay again. Like women's wrestling now is probably the best part of a lot of the night. All right, so every year as well, they also induct a tag team. So who else would be the tag team to get inducted? Like, is there any question that the Dudley Boyz are long overdue for the Hall of Fame? I think not. Oh, the Dudley Boyz are just like like one of the best tag teams ever, hands down in WWE. ECW, WCW, TNA, everywhere. Like these guys have wrestled all over the map. Like they came in during the era where ECW was kind of dwindling out a little bit. They came in, and I immediately was drawn to them. I didn't really watch a lot of them in ECW. I wasn't a huge ECW fan. I did watch some, so when they came into WWE, it's like, okay, I kind of remember these guys. But they were like the first tag team in a while that made me really care about tag team wrestling, because their moveset was perfect. They complemented one another. Like you had like the brutish, like just smack mouth, like break jaw style of Bubba Ray, and the technical fluent style of Devon, and it just really worked. Plus, like the 3D, the Dudley Death Drop as their finisher, awesome. They put on some of the best matches of all time, like the TLC matches, triangle ladder matches, all of that stuff wouldn't have even come into existence if it wasn't for the Dudley Boyz. Um, like story career, like numerous tag team championships. And then when they separated their ways, and you had Bubba Ray still doing his thing, then like Brother Devon, that's probably their low point. Low point. But WWE realized the mistake that they made and then brought them back together after that. But yeah, they have a wrestling academy, a 3D academy, which is great. They've trained many up and comers there, which is awesome. Yeah, fully deserving. These guys are phenomenal. Like I said, I still love watching old school Dudley Boy matches, and yes, it's overdue that they are in the Hall of Fame, and they're super well deserving. So with that, every year you have a headliner. Headliners, a couple past years have been interesting to you. It's Sting a few years ago. Last year was Kurt Angle, Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man Randy Savage. Every year you kind of have like a boom, like a headliner. So this year it was announced, first person inducted. I did a video about it a little bit earlier on. Was Goldberg. Okay, that's cool. Now, so once again, you got to think total package. Just based on WWE? No, he didn't really have a tenure. But remember, WWE owns WCW. So, he's a shoo-in. Like, come on. It's freaking Goldberg. The thing with Goldberg is, was he, like, a total package wrestler? No. He had, like, 4 moves. He had the look. And that was pretty much it. But, personality-wise, yeah, his interviews are pretty cool. I like the character. I like the streak thing. So with him, you got to just deem it as totally right place at the right time sort of thing. It was during that era where WCW was kind of dwindling a little bit, and they needed somebody. And Goldberg just happened to kind of be there. He was the right person to pick at the time. And you know what? Fully support every single thing that he did. WCW United States Champion, WCW World Champion, WWE Universal Champion, WWE Champion. This guy just collects belts. Is he the best in the ring? No, far from it. But just, he was given the ball during a time when they needed somebody to run with the ball, and he went with it, and he made a name for himself. And it's well deserved. Granted, his streak is a little questionable, but you gotta say, if you were in the ring standing across from this guy, I'd be crapping my pants. Like, everything Goldberg has done in his career is totally worth it. Even that Christmas movie where he's Santa Claus and kills a bunch of people is totally worth it. I fully agree with Goldberg being in the Hall of Fame. Like I said, I've talked about it a lot earlier. Absolutely brilliant, absolutely beautiful, and all of that good stuff. Alright, so that's pretty much everybody in the Hall of Fame class as of right now. Except we're still 2 weeks away from WrestleMania, so who knows, more people might get nominated. Like I said, they usually have, an international legend, and they usually have, somebody who's passed away. So yeah, who knows what WWE is going to do in regards to all of that crazy stuff. Like I said, still 2 weeks away. Who knows what is going to happen. Alright, well, I'd like to thank all of you wonderful people for participating today. Just one person. Gibosh, you are the man. But yeah, Hall of Fame. I think it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to WrestleMania. Next week's live stream, I don't know what we're going to pick for the topic. Maybe we'll discuss a little bit more WrestleMania. Maybe we'll do a predictions video. Who knows? It's still a week away. We still got some time to discuss all that. But yeah, like I said, if you guys like what you saw, please remember to cluck. Really, JP, cluck. I had chicken tonight. What can I say? But yeah, if you like what you saw, remember to click that subscribe button. Remember, click that notification bell. Live stream every Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Time. And also remember, check out that Twitter account and the Facebook page. We post regular stuff on there. So yeah, thank you guys so much for taking part in this beautiful night. And this is JP from Kayfabe Chronicles, and I will see you guys next time.